us back in the Boston Man Show. Coach Chris Holtmann of the Ohio State Buckeyes out of the Big Ten Conference, 5-1 on the year so far. Coach, how you guys doing up there in Columbus, man?
Things are great. Yeah, things are great. Great to be with you again. We struggled a little bit last night on the road at Purdue, but every moment is a learning experience for your guys right now, particularly in a season like this. We got to get healthy and we got to continue to get better. We play in what I believe is the best league in the country. I think the metrics would prove that out. It's the best basketball league in college basketball.
And Coach, talk about that. You guys are 5-1 considering all things. Some teams are having pauses all year long, two pauses right now, or play a game, don't play a game for 2 weeks. So you guys are 5-1. Talk about how blessed you are to just be able to play 6 games so far in this COVID year we have so far.
You said it. That's exactly right. I think as we kind of looked back and we were like, man, I can't believe, we got 5 games in. I can't believe we've got 6 games in, to get 5 non-conference games. We got another one, as you probably know, on Saturday versus UCLA. So to be able to get some non-conference games in has been critical. And as you said, it's amazing to be able to do it. Our guys, they get tested every single day. They've got a lot of stuff that they have to go through just to be able to get to play.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Let's talk about that. Just you keeping your young men's minds sharp because, they're young kids. I'm in my 30s, you're older than me as well. So, we are not dealing with adversity in our lives. But these young men, a pandemic, they can't do what they want to, they can't be around their friends and having to get tested, be responsible, be accountable to themselves and the team and the university at all times. Talk about keeping those young men's minds sharp, knowing they have so much burden right now to be on pins and needles to say, don't make a mistake that can hurt not only themselves but their team as well.
It's a lot. It's a lot on them right now. And, they don't get to see their families, as you mentioned. They don't get to see their friends. They don't get a normal Christmas. Now, they all, want to play, and they all voted to play around Christmas. But listen, it's a lot on them right now. And I think what you try to do as a coach is to be aware of that. And to find some fun moments where guys can enjoy, being a college basketball player in the middle of a pandemic. That's what you're trying to do. You don't want it to be all doom and gloom for them and, 2.5-hour practice days and testing every morning. And, you do want to try to find some ways where they can enjoy it.
And, Coach, talk about this. Beyond being a coach, you are a father figure, a mentor, a friend, a brother, a counselor, a therapist. I mean, it's more to it just coaching basketball. People don't realize you are carrying multiple layers under that one name of head coach.
Yeah, there's no question. I think in today's world, and I always think about, what I want. I want to be the coach that I would want to coach my daughter. That's what I want to be. I want to be about, caring for our guys, caring for kids, as you mentioned, all those different hats you wear and roles that you have in being a head coach. You're constantly doing all those things and trying to be that for your team and for your players, especially now, again, when they don't have the kind of contact, day-to-day contact with their with their families. So, yeah, it's a big reason why a lot of us got into coaching is because we love the game, but we love being around kids and we love having an impact on people.
And I think this time, Coach, is more than ever. And being the person that you are, being a caring guy, a loving coach who really loves their players, because this time guys need love. Like I said, they're not with their families, not with their friends. They need that care and concern more than ever. Let's talk about just how the staff and yourself and everybody around the support staff from Gene on down, trying to make this environment for your guys great as it can be, knowing what we're dealing with outside of our bubbles here of Ohio State and the radio world for me and life in general.
Well, it's interesting because you're thinking a lot about that with Christmas coming up. Mm-hmm. And, excuse me, guys being away from their families and how to make that a meaningful, couple days, even though we're going to be practicing. We play on the 23rd, we play on the 26th. But, and there's rules about how congregating together and all those things. But, we're trying to do some things to make it special, whether that's tell the parents to send some gifts, and we'll open them up at my house on Christmas Day with our team having a meal over there. I think in the middle of all this right now, you want perspective for your kids and for your guys. And, you don't want it to be again, we had a tough loss last night, but there's a lot of bigger things right now going on, and it's important to have that perspective.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And also, you kind of mentioned about the parents as well. How much are they connected to you more than ever now, because you have their kid away from them, and the parents have got to be involved with them now via Zoom, via talks with you guys. Not just about playing time anymore. It's about life issues now. Yeah. So how's it looking with the parents have changed now since this whole COVID thing has happened?
Well, it's hard on them, too, because they don't get to see their sons. And, that's a difficult thing for them, to not be able to see their sons, to come to games. I think they've come to one game. They came to I believe they came to the Notre Dame game. We won. Some of them came last night. But, it's hard because we're not allowing families here at our place. So, I think at the end of the day, it's a difficult thing for our guys and for parents. But they've managed it great. We have great parents, great people. They're really good people. They love their sons. And, hopefully we're beginning to turn the corner on when we can get fans here and get most importantly, get families here.
And Coach, as far as you guys training this year, how was trying to get your guys not to go crazy and jump into it real fast? You want them to not have those soft tissue injuries that happen when you jump into it too quick. How was trying to make sure your guys pace themselves? And I know they want to get out there and play to be in the house all those months. How was that getting ready to play this season here?
We've really tried to watch that. It's a great question, because we've really tried to keep an eye on all of those things. Knee injuries, Achilles, soft tissue, as you mentioned, the return to play and reacclimating back to play is a real, it's a real challenging thing for your medical staff to make sure that you're not rushing guys into stuff before their bodies are ready for it. Because if you do, they're going to be in trouble. And I think, even more so if a kid is in quarantine and he's coming back from quarantine. Well, that could be as much as 14 to 21 days where he's on the shelf. You got to be careful about reacclimating him back. We've been fortunate. Our medical staff and our strength coach has done a great job navigating that.
And then, Coach, for us putting in all your offense, defensive concepts, I know a lot of coaches have told me that it's been hard because they can't play everything again because of stopping and starting. Now want to overdo it with the guys, put too much on their young men, keeping it more simple this year. How have you approached it this year, trying to get sure you have all everything you want to have in and play well as you have 5-1, of course? But how's that been?
It's been good. It's definitely been a different preseason because you're normally – you get feedback from scrimmages. You normally got more stuff in. You normally have more practice times.
Yes, indeed.
We're like every other program where we've had interruptions within our program. So you normally feel like you're a little further along at this point. But having said that, like you said, I feel good about being 5-1. We got to get healthy. We've got a couple guys injured right now that are key for us. Right now, our leading scorer and leading rebounder is out with an illness. So, I think so much of the season is going to be determined on that, right? It's going to be determined on kind of the overall health of your team and who you play.
And Coach, I feel like this year is more be who plays the hardest is going to win the games because you can't stop playing hard. If you play hard, you have a chance. You know, and if you defend, you might miss an assignment, you might not go over a screen to go under a screen. You might not. You can make a rotation, but if you playing hard, giving effort and energy. You can have a chance to win the game, make a difference, even though you're not doing it the right exact way you want them to, but they still get the job done.
That's exactly right. I think that's exactly right. I think playing hard, I think how bought in your team is to how you want to play. I think those are the most critical things right now because of the inconsistencies with potentially your roster or games or whatever, practice time. I think how hard you play. A lot of it always, is going to come down to that. That kind of has to be a standard that you hit every time, you're playing.
Not totally guys who play on teams this year said, look, this is going to show you if you're really a baller or you're not. You love the game or you don't. Because this year is going to show you really love basketball or you just don't even come for a hobby, because to deal with the testing, to deal with being responsible, to go out there not knowing who you might not play this night or this night. Hey, this is going to test, coach, who really are the guys who love the game, who don't love the game.
No doubt. It's funny. I was talking to an assistant coach of a young man we were recruiting or are recruiting from Atlanta, and I love how he put this. And it's a terrific program and coach, terrific player. He said love it, or he said like it, love it, live it, and that was kind of his way of evaluating. Players, do they like it? Do they love it? Do they live it? Those three levels. And it is, it's that you're finding out who really does like it, love it, and live it right now. And what teams do that.
And coach, I told my staff this, coach, it's AOC, adapt, overcome, and conquer. Because
yes,
this has been the hardest year of a coach. I've not seen my staff since my birthday party on March 14th, coach. So we've been all virtual since March 14th. I told them we have to adapt, overcome, and conquer. Because I was doing Zoom interviews before April. This is all new for me. So we have to all of us, basketball coaches, basketball players, radio people, production. We have to all adapt, overcome, and conquer, coach.
You called it. That's exactly right. I'm in complete agreement. That's what we got to do, and we really got no other choice. And we got to help each other do that too. We got to help each other be able to adapt and overcome. I love how you put that. I think we're all missing that connection with people, missing that connection with our closest family and friends and colleagues and staff and all that. But I'm with you. My man. It's what we all have to do.
And coach, sports recruiting via Zoom, how was that this time around? I know you like to be in person and meet families and kids in person. How's the recruiting via Zoom? Show them that great campus you have in Columbus there via presentation on Zoom there.
It's been good. It helps that everybody's on a level playing field, so you don't have, one of the things in recruiting is you're always worried about someone else kind of having a recruiting advantage in some way, some capacity. We're all on Zoom right now. We're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to build relationships on FaceTime and Zoom. So, we've recruited very well. We're very excited about our 21 and 22 classes and commitments that we have right now. Very, very excited. But we got to continue to, we got to put some finishing touches on both classes.
And coach, you kind of mentioned recruiting Atlanta. Talk about how the great AAU teams down here, the great high school ball here, the great trainers down here as well for all the young men down here who love the ball out, man. Talk about it's the city of Atlanta and how it's such a great setup and structure for giving you guys great young men who are ready to play as freshmen.
Yeah, it's a great basketball state and city. Atlanta's a great basketball city. Tremendous AAU programs, tremendous high school programs, elite talent. I think we all know that. Elite talent. Really good coaches at both high school and AAU. And, it's been an area that we have a young man, Gene Brown, on our team right now, who was coached by his dad, Coach Eugene Brown. So, it's been good. And we obviously we continue to recruit there. We're just really, really excited because it's a great, great area of hoops. A lot of competitive guys come out of that city because they're used to playing against really, really good players.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to continue to recruit. I love the city anyway. So anytime, the staff tells me, hey, listen, we like this young man in Georgia or Atlanta. Like, okay, get me on a plane. Like, get me south here. Get me on a plane here to some warm weather.
Yeah.
And I'll go to the varsity, grab a quick meal, and go recruiting.
You got that right, Coach. I'm gonna ask you, so you got a game club you mentioned Saturday against an old in-state foe in Mick Cronin at the UCLA. Now, talk about that, man. I know you guys are battling recruiting down on the court, so you can see him one more time, bringing the Bruins down and see you guys.
Yeah, we had it was a little bit of conflict between I believe Kentucky and UCLA, so we swapped opponents. So we got a quick turnaround. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to get to work on preparing for them. They're a really good team. I think they're a really good team. So it'll be a great challenge for us here. It'll be a great challenge moving forward. But, I think our guys will be ready to kind of move on from last night and get ready for them.
Well, Coach, I thank you for your time today, especially after last night. Still come on the show and doing it with me today. And, Coach, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and be blessed and be safe, Coach.
Bossman, great seeing you. Appreciate it. Be well. Be safe as well.
Anytime, Coach. You be good, but good luck on Saturday, man.
Thank you.
All right, now.
Take care.